Birdman jumping the gun.
Ready? Birdman, premature, bro.
All right, welcome in to City Pigeons, Birds of a Feather Tailgate, episode 3. What is up? Oh, the Birdman is here. Oh, he's going with the beer. Oh, he swallowed the Birdman.
Look at it.
Hell yeah.
All right, down to Kenwood.
Let's go, Birds.
Birdman is fucking shotgun to Kenwood or whatever
Let's
the
go.
fuck that was.
That's the energy that we need.
I got confetti in my beer. Hold on.
You got confetti in your beer. All right, it's a wild scene down here. Thank you, everybody, for coming out.
Looks like seaweed.
Getting pumped up for the Eagles, Packers, big Sunday night clash.
Go Birds.
And I just want to say,
Go Birds.
I feel like we won already because a lot of you guys know I was stressing this week with this weather. And thanks to all you guys for coming down because, you know what? Hey, listen, if you know a friend who didn't make it, because the weather was inclement or whatever, we got to call them out. Let's get them called out because the City Pigeons Podcast, we stuck with the program, and here we are. So I hope everybody's doing good, having a good time.
We don't mind a little weather over here.
Not at all. How we feeling?
It's a nice night. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's beautiful. It ain't all warmed up.
It's got a little wind, but other than that,
we're feeling good.
Yeah,
Fink
we're
is
good.
clearly in the holiday spirit.
I like it wet.
Fink, you're in the holiday spirit with the ugly Christmas sweater. We appreciate that.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And you got yourself a pin there, right?
I love WHYY.
And that came from one
Thank
Megan
you,
the
Meg.
Doofus.
That's my girl.
I know that's
Megan
not the
the
handle.
Doofus.
Yeah, so one thing that's beautiful about the internet, and I know a lot of these people out here, I would know you by your Twitter handles, which is a beautiful thing, but her subtitle is Megan the Doofus. And she said, I'm Megan. I'm like, I feel like you're Megan the Doofus. And here's Megan the Doofus right here. This is beautiful.
Hey, Megan the Doofus.
That's what it's all about, Megan the Doofus. So we're trying to hang
My
out
shit's
here.
still suspended, by the way.
You're still suspended.
Still
Thanks for the
suspended,
update.
yeah.
Thanks for the update.
You'll be
In case
back
anybody
soon.
was wondering.
Listen, so that wind is going to get these mics a little bit, gentlemen, so you got to kind of hold them down at times.
No.
All right, so here's what we learned today. This is a fantastic thing. This is a wonderful Philly-based community that we're building here, but did you guys know that in addition to the reach that we've had in Philadelphia and throughout the United States, that we've become an international sensation? Did you know this?
Of course I know.
I just
that.
assumed
You
we
knew
were
that.
international with it because
You
it's on
just assumed
Spotify and YouTube.
Yeah, if
you
it's
know.
on Spotify, it's international, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That's how you
Different
think.
code-
Did you know about this?
Different hosts and different area codes, right?
I guess
that-
that's it.
oh, that-
Jeez, Fink.
International,
Was that the wrong way?
international area codes are like the one
Plus
and then-
one?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know.
Plus
all
one.
that.
Yeah.
So-
sure.
Those aren't like
I think
actual
we're plus
ludicrous
one
area
actually,
codes,
get
bro.
technical. But
So
anyway.
one of the number one things we like to do at the City Pigeons Podcast is get inside the mind of the fan, right? And we
Is that the number one
that's
thing?
the number one thing.
I thought it was drink Kenwood beer.
I'll get in
well, yeah, it
I'll
is.
get in some of their minds.
You want to get in their minds? So anyway, he did mention Kenwood beer. We got a bunch of Kenwood beers here.
Hell
Shout out
yeah.
to
Thank
Kenwood.
you, Kenwood.
Everybody give it up for Kenwood for bringing the beers down. Let's go. All right.
Shout
Good
everybody
stuff.
out right now.
I
Shout
just,
out-
want to say we were running low on Kenwood beer, and then they brought even more on top of the.
My man carried,
dude.
3 cases through
His
the parking
his
lot?
back was hurting
3
coming
cases.
through that fucking parking lot with all them cases. So yeah, shout everybody else out.
Shout everybody out. Right behind us, we got Federal Donuts slinging the chicken in the donuts. Gotta love that.
How you feeling?
We got Fink's Hoagies. Fink, always bringing it down. We love you, man. And,
If anybody in the crowd wants Federal Donuts chicken or some whiskey and apple cider, this is your spot over here.
Yeah, we got whiskey and apple cider,
Don't be shy,
too.
just go get it.
all right. So,
Yeah,
they're
apple
there to
cider
serve it.
too?
like I said,
Is it warm apple cider?
it's not warm, but it's not even cold, right? So it's all good. All right, here's the deal. So we like to pry deep into the layers of the brain of the average Philadelphia sports fan, but we realized we got some fans from around the world here. There's the wind. Whoop. And we want to bring in a guy that we just met today, a guy by the name of Nick. Nick is with us. Come on in, Nick. Give it up for Nick.
Big dick.
Hello, Philly.
What's up, Nick?
What's happening,
How you
bro?
going,
All right, so Nick, when you woke up today, did you think that you would be on a podcast live from the Lincoln Financial Field parking lot?
Absolutely not. I knew
Absolutely not.
I knew
So-
I'd be in the Lincoln Financial Field parking lot.
As
and
you
I'm
can
live
tell
on a
by
podcast.
Nick's accent, he's from Fishtown.
Yeah, which part of Philly are you from, Nick?
Old City.
Old City,
Yeah.
the old City. Okay, so we found out that Nick is all the way from Australia, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Melbourne, right?
Melbourne, Australia.
Beautiful. And that you came into town yesterday, is this right?
Yeah, yesterday.
Okay, and this guy, without too much of a frame of reference for what goes on here, he's a sports fan, right?
Big
You
sports
did
fan.
say, I just got to point this out, that you're a Knicks and Mets fan, right?
Oh man, I got to get the train home tonight.
Yeah, what are you trying to get him?
Yeah, I'm trying to get this man
He came
jumped,
from
dude.
Australia to
I'm
have
not
a
gonna
good
lie,
time. You're
That is
Knicks
kind of
and
messed up.
Mets
You know,
fans.
I talked to him a little bit beforehand. Next
Yo,
thing you know, he's on
let
here and I'm
Nick
throwing
win,
him
bro.
the
I
bus.
won't lie though, I'll stand up. I'm a Mets and Knicks fan, big time.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But
He
Let's
just
go
likes
Mets.
the orange and blue combination.
yeah, he likes the orange.
I do.
But then, see, I was going somewhere with this, guys. You got to hear me out. Okay, so when it came time for you to choose a football team, though, you were a little perplexed, right? Do I stick with New York? They got 2 teams. What is this shit?
Absolutely. I didn't like the Giants, I didn't like the Jets. But,
Who likes either of them?
So how did you end up with the Eagles?
well, I came here, Philly. I was planning on coming to the Eagles vs Packers game. I seen these Packers guys. They got cheese on their heads. I don't get why.
Yeah, it's weird,
What's that
right?
about?
Yeah,
got it.
that turns you off right there.
Right, we got the Eagles. We got my guy, number 68, Jordan
Yeah,
Mailata
baby. Yeah,
from
baby.
Sydney. We love you, Jordan. We love you from
are
Australia.
you, so you're just like a My
Listen.
Lotta fan. I'm gonna be an Eagles fan.
You
He's
love
like
my
pretty much-
Lotta, and I guess you love regular athletes from Australia, but what do you feel about Ben Simmons?
Look, Ben Simmons lost a lot of
Like
respect in
he
Australia.
dipped your national team in the Euros last year. Like what do you?
Wow.
He's ruined every team he's ever gone to. He
Yeah.
ruined LSU. He's ruined the Boomers, the Australian team. He's ruined
That's my
Philly.
guy.
He's gonna ruin the Nets.
I like him.
Right?
He's in
We
the
like-
works.
Well, I loved him in his rookie year, but he ruined it. He ruined his reputation in
Do you
Australia
know-
and Philly.
Do you know we went as far as to sell meat pies to try and, like, win him over?
Yeah, I know.
That didn't go well. The
I
whole
know.
thing didn't go well.
He's a
Meat
shame.
pies usually don't go well, but
All right, I gotta say this though: for a guy who's just fresh off the plane from Australia to walk into the Eagles Pro Shop and buy a Jordan Mailata jersey, that kind of warms my heart, man. That's
Correct.
badass.
This thing's still got the tag on it.
Yeah.
Right?
And
It's
it is.
very, very fresh. Right?
And I said, "Are you like an official Eagles fan?" He said, "Well, I just spent $130 on this jersey, so I'm an Eagles fan now, right?"
Go Birds.
That's how they're
Go
born.
Birds.
Go Birds.
I freaking love it. All right,
See?
wait, real quick before we let you go. I know that you also have experienced a couple of the cultural phenomenon of Philadelphia. Last night you had your first cheesesteak, right?
Yes,
Where
sir.
was this again?
Sonny's in Old City.
Okay, cool. And like, how does that compare to the meat pie?
Look, it's different. It's apples and oranges, right?
Yeah.
But I
It's
found it
meat
was-
tucked in a roll. It's not apples and oranges.
True,
It's,
but
it's,
I loved it. I loved it. I felt horrible after.
Yeah,
But
that's part of it.
That
I'm holding a
don't let that
football
ruin
like
it.
a
You got-
fucking-
we call that stadium gut around
Yeah,
here. Don't
that's
worry
good.
about that.
Okay, hold on. What did you get though? What kind of cheese did you get?
Come on, I got Whiz Wit.
Whiz Wit. All right, yeah, let's go.
How are you picking up all this vernacular? You're just fresh off the
All
plane.
right,
bro.
okay.
What are you
You gotta
doing?
adapt. You gotta adapt.
What are you
see-
doing? What are you doing up here anyway in the first place?
I had a friend's wedding in Mexico, and then I thought I was in the area, so I'm just going up the East Coast.
all
watch a
right,
bunch of
Love it.
basketball
All right,
games.
all
By the way, he said he was in Mexico. He's in the area.
Hey, look, when it's
I
a
was
Sounds
in,
like a
I was
drug
in
deal
Mexico.
going
I figured
bad,
I'd
but I
stroll
ain't
on
gonna-
over to Philly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I
You're
got
just living
So to
life.
New Orleans.
I got robbed in New Orleans, but can't let that get you down.
I think a lot of people get robbed
Okay.
in New Orleans.
Yeah.
So, but then
part of the
today,
experience.
this is the interesting part. I want you to explain how you even, because like you showed up here and you're like, hey, I'm from Australia. How did you even like figure out this is going on and get here?
Well, listen, we don't have tailgating in Australia, right? Like it's essentially just camping in a car park, which is
Yeah.
great. Don't get me wrong, drinking in a car park, I love it. So I didn't know what to do, so I googled tailgating Eagles.
What
versus
do they
Packers.
do before games there?
We just drink at the pub.
I mean, and then
A car park's
And then,
nicer though.
uh,
It's cheaper. Anyway, so I googled it and you guys popped up. I saw your poster on Twitter and I
Hell
thought
yeah.
free Federal Donuts. Went there yesterday, loved it.
Oh,
Shout out to Federal Donuts, man.
shout out
That's
to Federal
incredible.
Donuts.
Yo, shout out to the internet.
bring
for
that-
helping
Federal
this
Donuts
guy
bringing people
end up
from
here.
Gotta bring that to
Australia.
Australia, man. And I
But
got
you know
these-
what? Like honestly, Nick, what happened with you is a
Federal
small.
Donuts Australian for chicken.
Yeah.
There you go.
Can I-
It's a microcosm of the beauty of this situation and what I'm loving that's happening with this. People on the internet, right, that are seeing stuff, they're coming down. We're getting to meet each other in real life, right? That's what this is all about.
Absolutely.
So it's a beautiful thing. Hey, are you going to the game?
I'm going to be there. Section 212.
212.
Anyone there, you say,
All right,
come
hey,
say
Everybody
hi.
in 212, holler
Yes,
at my
let's
man.
go.
Nick
This will
over
not
there.
come out quick enough for anyone to see it.
And I
It's you
say,
in there.
everyone drink Kenwood beer, buy Federal
man.
Donuts.
Damn, this guy, he might need to be on the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Hey,
very
thanks,
much for having
Nick.
me on,
He's
guys.
going to replace
Enjoy
me.
yourself, man.
Let's
Thank
go.
you very much.
We're going
Go
to
Birds.
replace Meech with you. Thanks, Nick. All right,
Birds.
so listen, our international reach. Well, this is a little bit different of a situation because this guy right here has become like almost like a Philadelphia celebrity overnight. I don't know what's going on. We got Rohan Singh over here. What's up, brother?
Hell yeah.
Great to meet
Yo,
you.
what? Yeah, like the people love him. Megan loves him. Listen, you're like an internet phenomenon, man. Me, I'm not even that deep into like the Philly Twitter sphere, and I was like, this guy's on a tear. I need to understand because you've been like doing the Philly stuff, doing the Eagles stuff. You've been all around. Got to give me the experience. Coming from New Zealand, like, how did this all come to pass? I need to hear the story.
So basically, it all started with the Eagles. Like I was just as a 12-year-old kid channel surfing like on pay TV in New Zealand. Back then, we would only have like 2 football games that were showed each week, and it was the Sunday night football game and the Monday night football game. And you know, I was just channel surfing, never been introduced to football at any point, and it was the Eagles were playing Washington, and it was the game that Brian Dawkins suplexed that dude and threw him on his head.
Hell yeah.
And you know, he's running around, he's got the visor, he's flexing, you know, with the biceps, and you know, he was one of that was like, this is one of the coolest dudes I've ever seen in my life. And it just, I'm like, okay, that's my team. No context, didn't know anything about the team or anything, and it started from there. And here we are.
That is amazing. Yeah, cheers to that.
Cheers.
To B-Dog.
Cheers.
Listen,
Cheers.
if you're living in a foreign country and you see B-Dog suplex somebody and decide that's my team, I got a ton of respect
How
for
could
that,
you
man.
not?
That is a
become
great,
fan
great way to get into the Eagles.
So wait, somebody help me out here. 'cause
And I'm sure
lost.
B-Dog would appreciate that, man.
Yeah, he would say, hallelujah.
Kind of lost there. We just threw this
As
all
you
together.
do.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out who this young gentleman is, because I'm lost. I'm lost in the Twitter sphere.
Okay, so
Explain this to
he
me.
came over to New Zealand, but then he like went on a tear and started meeting all these people. I saw you post a picture
No,
of Jordan
I mean,
Mailata.
yeah, but
He's been involved with Philly Twitter, with the Eagles,
Okay.
Sixers.
Yeah.
For anyone who
up,
might
phrases,
not know us,
Hey! So he came over.
I'm just trying to figure out who Rohan is.
Came over to see his team.
Right, but look, the average person might come over and check a few things out. This guy ended up like he's at everything.
I
Meech,
love that. I love
hold on,
everything
but
about
Meech
that.
had the best tweet. Meech, you remember the tweet that you had in reference to a picture that he posted?
What the Mailata?
No. He said, you have met more people. He said, my man, in the last month since you've been here, you've had better experience than I've had in the last 15 months.
15 years.
15 years, I mean.
So you've been in Philly for about a month now.
Yeah, so I've been in and out, but mostly like in Philly, yes, pretty much
So
a month.
he's been to concerts. He's been to World Series games. He's been
Yeah.
to Eagles games.
I've been to Flyers games. I've been to Sixers
You're just
games.
running the Philadelphia gauntlet.
Yeah, pretty much.
How has it been so far?
It's just a pretty cool
It's
experience,
been
right?
it's been amazing. I'm having the time of my life.
Are
This
you
is-
moving here permanently?
Now imagine-
That's what the
now
people want to
imagine
know.
if
I mean, that's the
Lived here
next
your whole
that's the
life.
next step, right? No,
This is the people want to know.
it's
Like your 1 month here. It's like this is the greatest city on earth, right?
I love it here,
Hell
and
yeah.
like I was supposed to leave next week, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna come back next week because I just love it here again. So I'm gonna come to the game next weekend, and I'm having the time of my life. This is the coolest city in the world.
To LA, coming back here next week for the Titans.
Who are you
tailgate.
telling Jesse?
Hey, so my guy over here is.
All right, Phoenix, LA. What's the deal there? You checking out some games out there?
No, because that's the closest like direct flight to New Zealand is from LA. So I'm leaving America on December 7th, but I'm like, you know what? I don't need to spend next weekend in LA. I'll just come back here.
All right.
And
So here's the question I have though. He could be. Yeah, he could be like the good luck charm. I mean, things have been going really well since you've been here. Like, I don't know if we can give you up.
well, it's wild because I booked this trip. This has been in the works for like 3 years, and then I booked my flights and everything in June. And the very first night I got here was Game 1 of the World Series. Like it just somehow it worked
Winning,
out
man.
that way.
Beautiful.
How'd you end up finding out about?
Oh.
And
How'd you-
Fink made me come out for it. I was gonna be a grandpa and stay in and watch the game at home, but Fink got me out there, and that was my first experience with the Philly fandom in the flesh, and it was insane, and I loved every second of it.
Hell yeah.
How did you find out about?
I would
the
have
City
kidnapped
Pigeons?
him.
That's what I want to
No
know.
offense. I
Whoa,
would
whoa,
have kidnapped
whoa,
him.
whoa. And
Yeah,
do what?
Good times are rolling right now.
Yeah. I don't know if we can let him go.
All right.
You're staying here with us until we lose.
Does anybody know if the
football
Titans
game.
won that game, by the way? Did they lose?
Somebody
Bengals?
call the cops.
They lost.
The Titans lost.
All right, so
Did they?
that's got implications for
wait,
next
I would
week.
love I would love to be kidnapped at this stage. So, I don't. Well,
All right, we can arrange that.
How did you find out about the City Pigeons? That's what I want to know.
through Fink pretty much. Like I've been boys with this guy for a long time. This freak. So I love this dude to death.
love it.
And
International homies.
yeah.
Gotta love it.
So,
That's great stuff. Well, hey, thanks for joining us, man. I'm glad you have
appreciate having me on.
come here and
Thanks a lot,
experience
man.
what it's really like. You're welcome back anytime. I don't know if we're going to have a run like this again, but, hey, come back anytime and go Birds. Go Birds. All
Go
right.
Birds.
Very good stuff.
International show. Who knew? It's probably because of the World Cup.
Aaron Rodgers,
World
go
Cup.
fuck yourself.
Hell yeah.
Oh, beautiful. My favorite part was when Nick, our buddy from Australia, said, and the Packers wear cheese on their heads, and I don't understand. Like, objectively, that's the weirdest thing. I mean, like, granted, they have the cheese thing going on.
Stupid.
Okay. At this point, I have to say, we are going to, step up the level of professionalism to the program because we're going to bring on a bona fide superstar who, I think her career was probably, it took off after her appearance on the City Pigeons Podcast.
Pretty much right after she appeared on the City.
There's no
Pigeons.
question about it.
Hot run. She's on a
Yeah,
hot
she's on a hot
run.
run. And we got to get her on here, guys, because
Or perhaps it was the opposite effect. Once she appeared on the City Pigeons, we became
even worse. Oh, no, she legitimized us.
She legitimized us.
Listen, the reality is it goes both ways. It's a beautiful thing. And we got to get her up here now because she's busy as hell, and she may never come on again because she's just taking off like a rocket ship. So,
Wearing
Devin
the
Katie,
Princess
Devin
Diana
Katie, come on up here.
Philadelphia
Come on up
Eagles
here.
jacket.
Rohan, lead
Devin
it
Talking to
on.
Rohan.
Give it
Here
up,
she is.
everyone.
Yes.
International.
Okay.
International. Hello.
And
hello.
she is.
Hello.
Welcome back to the program. We're outside now here, as you can see.
Yes.
I see that you wore that's the Princess Di jacket, right?
It is, yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
That's a
thank you.
lovely item. We thank you.
Wait, is that from Princess Di's closet, or did you
No,
find that
so
somewhere?
I always wanted, but you guys know the Princess Di, iconic photo.
Yeah.
So I had been searching for years trying to find that jacket, only to find out that it was custom made. And some vintage, I think I tweeted about it, being like, does anyone know where to find this? And some vintage clothing store said that they could remake it for me. So
Boom.
they crushed it, yeah.
Beautiful.
Power of Twitter. You just put it
Thank
out
you.
there, and they were like,
Twitter
we
is
got
amazing.
that.
Twitter is amazing.
Twitter
Gotta
is
get my shit
great.
unsuspended.
a great
Twitter's allowing
tool
us to go
for-
international on a daily basis, and I thank Twitter for that.
Shout
Elon
out
Musk.
Nick. Big Dick Nick. He's Big Dick Nick over there. He's getting it in.
Yeah, Nick. Hell yeah. You know what they say about those Australians. All right. Hey, Rock. Hold on,
Sorry.
Rock.
Wait, is that guy just drinking straight up vodka? Because that's
He may be.
That's
It's the
a
Packers
pro
fan.
move.
He's going
Why
down.
you snitching? We don't
We
snitch
got one
over here.
Packers fan here who's drinking
Sorry,
straight
I
up
saw the
vodka.
swig and I had to say
He's
something.
in a Mark Chimura jersey, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what he's wearing. All right, we said we were going to raise the professionalism here, guys. Let's stick with that.
She's snitching, not us.
okay.
I'm the one who brought it up. So
Google what
apologies.
Mark Chimura did, by the way.
So I
Packers
think
fans.
like what happened is Devin, obviously people saw you on the show, and then a lot of great things happened. Congratulations!
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
We're very excited for you.
being my launching pad.
Yeah, and I'm excited to be like, I know her. Back then there was that time that she came on the podcast, but no, I listened to you this weekend. You did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
And I would not say that if I didn't think it. Really, I would not say
Really?
that. So
Oh, well, thank
you were
you.
doing great, and you were talking about something that Rock can attest to this because last weekend I was down in Florida visiting the in-laws, and I was watching the game down there, and I was really pissed off about some of the decisions that were made during that game, and I was going at Sirianni pretty hard.
He was bitching.
I was
He
bitching.
calling this guy every name under the sun.
Look,
He won the game.
Wait,
Okay.
for what? Like during the game or?
yeah, during the game.
During, after,
Okay.
before, in
And,
between.
and you guys were talking about this on your show, and it's something I've been thinking about. And the question is what kind of coach do you want, right? Because we've seen, if you go back in history, right, traditionally you've got your Belichick's and your Parcells, guys that are, they're very stoic during the game.
Right.
And then you have
Your
the
Andy
young
Reid's.
guys. Yeah. Then you have your young guys like McVay, right? McVay's a perfect example of a guy who running up and down the sidelines,
Yeah.
super hyped up, kind of more like a player in a coach's body, if you will, right? So my question is who do we want our coach to be? We've had a couple different versions. Doug Reed was pretty much, he was a bit more of a personal.
Doug Reed? Did you say Doug
I said
Reed?
I fused Doug Peterson and Andy Reid together because what I was going to say.
It's weird because I got it. I didn't even feel it. I was like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Doug
I
Reed,
got it.
I know him.
What I was
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
say
the
is that
super-
Doug Peterson was
super
a
just-
bit more personable than Andy Reid. He wore his
Yeah.
emotions a little bit more in his sleeve,
Yeah.
but he was still pretty reserved.
Andy Reid's dull as shit. He's corny.
Okay, he is, but here's my
He's
question.
always been
He's a
corny.
fucking genius.
All right.
He's still corny.
But when that game was going on, right? A couple decisions there. The 4th and 10 situation. some of what went on around the 2-minute warning there at the end of the game. Stuff that didn't make sense to me. And my feeling was Nick Sirianni was so worried about losing that game.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, I want to win this game. And he was emotionally involved. And after the game, all the stuff you heard him say, he's practically crying. I'm like, what are we doing
Well, you
here?
saw him immediately after the game go up to the Eagles fans in the crowd, like right on the first
Right.
row, and say that shit was for Frank Reich. I don't know if I'm allowed.
Yeah,
to
and by the way,
curse
if I'm
on
an
this
Eagles
program or
fan,
not.
listen,
Bleep
yeah, you can
her
say
out,
it.
please.
If I'm an Eagles fan in the front row, I'm like, Nick comes on, I'm like, hell yeah, Nick. And they're like, what? Frank Reich? What? What about Frank Reich? Who
Right,
gives
so-
a crap?
It first, like, because then we all saw that tweet that kind of went semi-viral, saying like Nick Sirianni's the most hateable
Right.
coach in the NFL, which I disagree with.
Yeah, that's a joke.
But I assumed he went up and said like "Go Birds" or whatever. But saying that was for Frank Reich was a bit much. I agree,
But he
and I do
wasn't,
think he let his emotions.
He
get the
wasn't
best of him.
chirping to opposing
No,
fans.
he wasn't talking
It was
to
the
folks.
Phillies,
Yeah.
the Philly fans who stayed around.
Which I still think
and
is
he was
Okay,
fine.
hyping them up.
But you know what? Like, I think it's
Why
very.
is there a problem with any of that he did?
Well, let me explain
Why
to
is
you.
there a problem
First of all,
with
it's
Because people are used to the Bill Belichick, like the Andy Reid, the coach
all
that
right, well,
doesn't
that's not
show
what we
any
have here.
emotion
We gotta-
whatsoever.
we gotta coach-
And I agree. No, I agree.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay,
I'm fine with it.
but here's the thing. It is very player-like, meaning
Yeah.
after the game to get up on the bench, right, and stand and yell at the crowd, that is a player-like thing to do. It's not something a coach would traditionally do. Now, if he got up there and said, Eagles fans, you're the best, I love you, I'd be like, I am down, cool.
All right, so you said
But-
it's player-like. What's
yeah,
the problem with
but
that?
for him to get up there and go, that was for Frank Reich, like, who? What are you talking about? Like,
What's
who
the
cares?
problem with that?
I mean,
Why do you care?
He's a lot
I hate
Why
younger.
do
it.
you care?
He's a lot younger
That's
than
what I'm-
most
that's what I'm
head
thinking about.
coaches.
wanna-
Why do
you
you
want a
care?
coach that can
I love it.
relate
I
to-
love it. I want him up there. Like,
Okay,
all he does is hype up the team. He hypes up the city.
all right.
Why do you care?
I'll
about
tell you.
that?
Hold on. Let me
Can
tell
I
you
be
why.
on air after this? So
Devin
sorry,
will
I
get
just
this.
had
These
to
other
say
guys,
it.
Devin, this
I
is
don't
going to
know.
go over their head.
Like,
So
yeah.
I'm talking to you here. All right. So I saw that. Then I saw him crying
conversation.
after the game. He was crying on Howie's shoulder. Can we agree?
He wasn't crying.
He was crying on Howie's shoulder.
He wasn't
Okay.
crying.
So then
are you trying
I
to do
went
here,
No, hold on. I went back into the game. Was like, "Oh my god. Yeah, it makes sense why he's like pressing and doing like crazy
So
shit
you're a
during
Nick
the game."
Sirianni hater. Like that's what
No,
we're
no.
getting
Hold on.
at.
It sounds like he's saying that his emotional things that he's going through throughout a game can make an impact on
That's
his
right.
playing decisions, his substitution.
But he doesn't.
whatever.
He's not the play caller.
Exactly.
Okay, so this was pointed
yeah, but
out.
He also gave the ball to Boston Scott
Don't
like
say we
3
won.
times in a row when they had to score.
Okay.
Yo, can we get a boo for Jess hating Sirianni over here? Boo.
Hey, it is kind of funny because I'm talking shit on the coaches 9-1. But look,
Exactly.
this is my point. I am
That's
in
the
it.
whole thing. Why are people, not just Eagles fans, talking shit on a coach who's 9-1?
Right, his
He's 9-1
players
for a
love him.
reason.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Okay,
His players
but-
love him.
This is two different things. The opposing, the
Who
people,
cares if a guy on Twitter doesn't like him? His
No.
players love him.
but people in other cities don't like him because he gets up on the bench and says, "Just chill, man. You gotta hear me out." Here's why I have a problem. Because I'm looking at that behavior and then I'm looking at what happens in the game and I'm saying the two things are connected because he was clearly emotionally involved. And here's my concern. I'm in it for the long haul. You want to be 9-1, 10-1, 11-1, and then lose in the first, second round of playoffs? That's cool for you. But guess what? When everything matters and the temperature goes up, I need my man to be settled in and ready to go, and he can't be
I wanna
freaking
quit.
out.
I wanna
How's your
coach-
correlation between not?
Because he's got to be chilled. He can't be emotionally
No, he
over-involved in the
Yo,
game.
you want a coach that's emotionally involved, bro.
Sounds
So,
like you're
okay, wait.
everyone's cool but you, dude.
How this whole conversation started.
Devin, help me
You're
out.
the one all
Hold on, hold on.
emotional.
But you said you were
Get this
listening.
guy
You said
out
you
Hold
were
up, hold up.
listening to the
Yeah,
show.
can we
Yeah.
mute Jess's microphone?
Hold up. Listen to the voice of reason over here. Okay,
No,
go.
I'm not. So
You don't have to side with me. Just be more reasonable than these guys.
So you said you were listening to our show yesterday on Saturday.
I was.
And
Rob Ellis is
brought
great too.
it
I love
up,
Rob too.
But I love Nick Sirianni. I like that he matches the passion of the fans. I think that type of coach at least fits very well in Philadelphia. I didn't love the Frank Reich comment. Like, I would have liked it better if he said "Go Birds" or something, or like "Thank you for showing up."
stop doing that.
What are
It's
the
fun.
sound effects that are happening?
It's funny to me.
Okay.
I'm hearing like a
It's a lightsaber
background.
situation.
Yeah.
Okay, but Devin, that is exactly what I'm saying. Okay. By the way, I am so down. Like, if you want to, after the game, when the coach runs through the tunnel and all the Eagles fans are there and he
And
engages them,
But he's done that before.
I know, and I love that. I love that. But here's the thing: I can't see any of that desire to like appease anyone or avenge somebody work its way into how the game
Just
is
stop
called.
knocking Nick Sirianni, please.
Yeah, perfect. What else
you
we
guys
got?
just
Devin,
want to show.
How's been since the last time you've seen the City Pigeons podcast?
That couldn't have bothered
I know
you.
some things
Oh, yeah.
happen.
You know what, guys? Hey, listen. Why don't we just get together? Eagles are 9-1. We won last week. Nothing
Kumbaya.
matters.
Yeah,
It's great.
let's do that.
What are we even doing here? What are we even doing here?
I thought I told you to.
We're
mute
celebrating
Jesse's
the
mic.
9-1, and we're talking shit.
What do you
We're-
want? Sirianni
We gotta
literally
guess
won
here.
a
We gotta
game
guess.
and he went up there and said, "Hey,
Well, look, I'm getting ganged up on. I'm just keeping it real. I'm telling you how I felt about it.
You're being a hater."
No, I'm keeping it real.
But
Hater.
after they won, why would you give a shit what Nick
Anyway.
Sirianni said to anyone?
See, that's so
Devin,
ridiculous.
Devin, how have things been since you last visited the City Pigeons podcast? New things have happened, right?
Yeah. They've been pretty. is my
Nice,
mic
Rock.
even on, right?
That was awesome, the way you shifted things with that deep comment.
Hey, we're trying to get you out of
This is what happens. Go ahead.
I love it.
You got it. Go ahead. All right.
Our mic's off. Can we get our mic
Yeah,
Hey,
my mic's
can I-
really not even on.
Is Devin's mic on? Hey, can I grab that bag? All right, Devin. Have you ever heard of Die Hard Philly before?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Die Hard Philly is the fine. Here, Rock, can you hold this up? Okay, so these guys.
Sirianni rocks the shit at like
Yeah,
every press conference.
Speaking of Sirianni, by the way, Nick, I love you, man.
Yo, you
Oh.
just walk right in
What do
front
you-
of the... We're recording here, Nick.
chicken gang.
Nick, what do you?
In the camera.
Nick,
Big Dick Nick.
hey,
Slap to
hey,
the right
hey,
now.
hey. I
It's like a
appreciate it.
camera and shit.
That's good. All right, so let's get back to the show here.
Wait, what's going on?
Listen, okay. Look, Die Hard. Like we said, Nick Sirianni's been wearing these. I love you, Nick. They made us some custom hoodies. They're pretty dope. And we got a bunch of stuff for the people. Grab that bag. Somebody grab that. Fink, can you grab that bag? All right.
The bag's right here, bro. What do we
Yeah,
need?
grab some stuff and start throwing it
Holding
out.
this sweatshirt up.
Because you're showing people how dope that sweatshirt is.
It is
All right, so
dope.
Die Hard makes these custom tie-dyed Eagles things. I'm surprised they've been able to do this legally. They seem to be able to navigate around, the cease and desist and intellectual property stuff. But it's beautiful, and we got some stuff. Who wants some free stuff? It's a little weak. I don't know. It's a little weak. Devin, what do you think? Megan the doofus got the first hat.
Doofus.
Can I have
She's
this
not a
one
doofus,
now?
baby.
Hold on,
That's
hold on.
Rocky's. You're gonna have to ask him for it.
It's
all
good
you,
shit.
it's all
It's
you.
quality
Here
stuff.
you go. Here you go. All right.
Tie-dye
Here
Philly
we go.
don't make no
Here we go.
bullshit.
Oh shit. All right.
Wait, we're just throwing this shit out like a fucking like a shirt gun.
That's
Hold
what
on, hold
happens. That's what happens when
on.
you come
Hold
to the
on, hold
City Pigeons
on.
Podcast.
We need to do something here.
All right. This. Yo, what's up? All right. So, here's the deal.
I
You
got
gotta
a
check
Dallas-
these guys out. Die Hard is the bomb.
I got
And,
a size large. Dallas.
Who's got a
sucks.
size large? Dallas
Size large.
sucks.
Dallas sucks.
There we go.
I need you to come over here and show me how much Dallas sucks. Somebody come over.
All
real
right.
quick,
So
real quick,
so
real quick.
you guys are gonna keep the giveaway going while
Dallas
I
sucks. I need to hear it.
I get the program back and going.
All right, she wants.
If
it.
you're
She
listening to
wants it
this
now.
on Apple or Spotify, my bad. Bear with us. It's better live. Anyway, so did you know? Another plug here. Federal Donuts is not only the benevolent provider of our chicken and donuts for the podcast, but you too can have Federal Donuts at your tailgate. And I'm looking at this fine tailgate package: a tray of chicken wings, a tray of tenders, and 2
It's a
dozen
goddamn fine
hot,
tailgate
fresh
package.
donuts. Your
Size
choice
large,
of
Die Hard
4
Philly.
sauces.
Does anybody have a
All right.
child that wears an extra large?
Federal
Who
Donuts,
has a
baby.
child that wears an extra
Is
large?
it a youth extra large?
You got no. It's a youth extra large. You got a kid? Let me see him. Let me see him. Bring him up here. Bring him up here. Go get him. Go get him.
All right. Okay, so real quick, while we have Devin, because Devin is obviously a professional, she understands this stuff. She's always giving out bets and all that, such and such. Let's do some game predictions, right? Because it's a big game. It's starting to rain. Everybody's just chill. It's gonna be fine.
I know. I need to put this.
I know. Okay, Fink, you started off. Devin, let Fink borrow that mic. Fink, what do you got? And don't say like Eagles 50-0. I don't want to hear it.
31-10.
Who
Eagles.
scores touchdowns?
31-10. Yeah, who's gonna score some touchdowns?
AJ Brown has 2.
Don't be influenced by the crowd, Fink.
No, that was hot. AJ Brown has 2. Fuck the Packers. Aaron Rodgers is done. He has one. That's it.
All right, 31-10, you said?
31-10.
It's going to be hard to hold him to 10, but, inclement weather, defense is playing well.
So, man.
Why would
All
you
right.
ever hold him to 10? They
Stinks.
stink.
All right,
Pass
now,
the mic to Devin. We
Yeah.
need a professional.
for the biggest
I'm
contrast
more-
in
I'm more
styles.
right than her.
Yeah.
31-10.
You just made that shit up.
All right, Devin.
Devin,
What do you
let's hear-
think?
Let's hear a real.
Yeah,
prediction.
let's hear what you're saying.
So this game's hard to tell because
I'll
it's.
say 31-10.
I'm not.
Please do.
31-10 Eagles.
All
No,
right.
I think it's gonna be closer than people think while it's really
Absolutely.
raining. I'm gonna say 27-21 Eagles.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm gonna go 13 Packers, 27.
Who says a score like that?
I think they scored 13 points, and I think the Eagles gonna score 27. There it is, bang. A blowout.
Well, what's going on over here?
We're getting wet over here.
All right, 13-27 Eagles,
What happened to that
according to
little
Raj.
kid? Extra large.
All right. So,
Let's get a look
interestingly,
at that. Here we go. Come here.
bang.
Hold on.
Whoa, easy.
Hold on. Relax.
There you go.
Say go birds.
All right,
Look at the camera.
Go Birds!
let's go. All right, we love it. Yeah. All right, actually, I was riding in the car with my kid the other day. He goes, Dad, what's your prediction for the Eagles game? I'm like, I love you, son. I had 27-20.
Okay.
Yeah, so, not so bad, 27-20. I think Rodgers is going to play with a chip on his shoulder here, like
He stinks.
he's not
He's
going to
done.
roll
He's
over.
washed.
He's not
Done.
going to roll over. So, I think you're going to get
Sucks.
a little bit out of him.
I think analytics aside, the Eagles need a bounce back game because they've been in
Yeah, they
a
gotta get
hole
right.
for the past 3 games, and I do think that tonight at home on a Sunday night is going to be that game. But I also
27-13.
don't want to jinx it because I said that about the Colts game, and that
Okay,
didn't
my
happen.
turn. 31-17 Eagles. Fucking Jalen Hurts, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yep.
Fuck the Packers. Fuck you, Aaron Rodgers. You fucking suck, you ayahuasca-eating motherfucker. Go fuck yourself.
Yes,
Fuck you,
let's
Aaron
go.
Rodgers.
We need to go
All
because
right.
everything's getting
Well,
wet.
hey, the rain cometh. We did the best we could. We got it in. Everybody who, hey,
Interception. Darius Slay's gonna pick them all. Boom!
let's go. Hey, can I have a toast to everybody that came down here and helped out to make this
thanks for
happen,
coming,
folks? Look, it gets a little wild, rain, what have you, but we made it happen. Thank you, everybody. Federal Donuts, Kenwood,
Love
Goodhart Law
everybody.
Firm, Mark Goodhart buying our
Yeah.
tent. You're the man. We love you,
Love
buddy.
everybody.
Thank you.
Let's go,
Hey,
Eagles.
and by the way, just stay tuned, right? Because if everything goes according to plan, there's going to be an Eagles playoff tailgate, the likes of
Hello.
which you've never seen before. So stay ready. Here we go.
Fuck the Packers.
Thanks for joining us.
I lost my glove.